The Chosen One's Journey by DragonWolf12. Within 15 minutes, they were standing in front of the professor's main lab. Ash leapt off of Arcanine and gave the Pokemon a few affectionate pats. "Thanks, buddy. You did really great." He returned the legendary Pokemon and clipped the ball to his belt. "Hey, Professor Oak!" Ash called as he walked into the lab. "Are you here?" "I'm in my lab, Ash," Oak called in reply. Ash walked into the lab room and saw Oak typing away at a computer. He quickly walked over and placed all but 8 Pokeballs back onto their slots. Oak finished up what he was working on and shut down the device. "So, Ash," he began, "I assume you'll be leaving for the League tomorrow?" Ash nodded. "That's right. I want to get there with plenty of time to practice before the actual battling starts." "I understand, Ash," Oak said. "Good luck. I'll be rooting for you." "Thanks, Professor," Ash said as he walked out. "Oh, one more thing, Ash," Oak suddenly said, causing Ash to turn back. "The League rules limit your carry capacity to 6 Pokemon for official battles. I understand that you won't try and cheat, but it will probably be easier if you stick with 6 Pokemon until the League is over." "All right, Professor, I understand," Ash said. He pulled 2 Pokeballs from his belt and handed them back to the Professor. "Thank you, Ash. I'll see you at the Indigo Plateau," Oak said, waving goodbye. Ash nodded and left, making his way back home. "Are you guys ready to go?" Ash asked, as he checked his own backpack, making sure he had everything. "I'm ready," Misty said. Togepi was in her arms as usual, trilling away happily. "Just about," Brock said, as he put his sleeping bag into his enormous backpack. Satisfied he had everything, Ash slipped his backpack on over his long coat and put his guardian hat on. "Good luck, honey," Delilah said as she gave Ash a hug. "I'll be rooting for you." "Thanks, Mom," Ash said as he returned the hug. "Goodbye, Mrs. Ketchum," Misty said. "Thanks for having us over," Brock said. "It was my pleasure," she said. "You're welcome to come back at any time." "Thank you," they both said in stereo. The 3 trainers walked out the door and started hiking down the path out of town. Ash sat in meditation as Brock cooked lunch. They'd made good time in the 2 days they'd been traveling. The next stop was the Pokemon Center at Old Wharf Shore for a break, and then onto the Indigo Plateau. "Hey, you there!" A loud voice cut into Ash's meditation. He opened his eyes to see a trainer pointing at him. He wore a yellow vest over his bare chest, purple shorts, blue and white sneakers, and a red bandana tied around his head. There were 2 Pokeballs attached to the left side of his vest. "Can I help you?" Ash asked. "Yeah, I'm looking for a Pokemon trainer named Ash from Pallet Town," he said. "Do you know him?" "Yeah, I know him," Ash replied. "He's me." "My name's Raymond," he said. "Let's have a match, unless you're afraid to lose." He grabbed one of the Pokeballs from his vest and brandished it. "I don't lose," Ash said, standing and grabbing an all-red Pokeball with black grips along the side, a Cherish Ball. "Zorua, to the battlefront!" He threw the ball and released the tricky Fox Pokemon to the field. "Go, Donphan!" Raymond shouted, releasing a gray elephant-like Pokemon. Ash frowned. "Odd, those are normally found in Johto," he commented. "Like you should be talking," Garchomp said. "Good point." "Donphan, roll out!" Raymond ordered. "Use Dig to dodge, then Shadow Ball!" Ash countered. Donphan curled into a ball and began rolling down the field at high speed. Zorua instantly dug into the ground and disappeared from sight. Donphan rolled right over the hole and turned around to roll right back. Zorua emerged from his hole just as Donphan came rolling back. The armor Pokemon slammed into Zorua, sending him flying. In midair, Zorua charged up a Shadow Ball attack and launched it at Donphan. It connected and exploded against Donphan's side, sending it off course and crashing into the dirt. "Now, feint attack!" Ash ordered. Zorua vanished and reappeared on Donphan's blind side and rammed into it. Donphan yelled in pain before fainting. Raymond growled as he returned his Pokemon. "Let's see how you like this!" he said angrily as he tossed another Pokeball. Out appeared a massive and muscular Machamp. "Use Karate Chop!" Raymond ordered. Machamp ran forward as its open hand started glowing white. "Extrasensory!" Ash ordered. Zoroa's eyes glowed golden, and he fired a circular multicolored beam of energy at the superpower Pokemon. It connected and blasted Machamp back several feet. "Now, use Incinerate!" Ash ordered. Zoroa took a deep breath and fired a beam of fiery energy at Machamp. It connected and exploded, causing the superpower Pokemon to go flying. It landed near its trainer with a crash, completely unconscious. "Nah, how dare you!" Raymond yelled. A moment later, he had taken his final 3 Pokeballs and threw them all at once. "Get him!" he ordered. The Pinsir, Golem, and Venomoth that appeared charged towards Ash. Ash was reaching towards his belt for backup when a sudden glow lit up the field. Zoroa was evolving. He grew taller, at least 3 times his original height. His face became more pointed and angular. A huge mane of hair grew down his back, ending in a point just above the ground. His legs grew longer and stronger as he stood up on his rear feet. The energy burst away to reveal a newly evolved Zoroark, roaring with fury. Instantly, he began glowing crimson, and his eyes glowed bright blue. He raised his arms above his head, the aura around them growing thicker as the energy collected, before bringing them down and slamming the earth with his fists. A dome of red and pink energy erupted from where his fist connected. Growing larger, it raced across the field and slammed into the 3 attacking Pokemon, sending them flying back in a massive explosion. Raymond, who was staring slack-jawed at Zoroark, quickly returned his Pokemon and fled. Ash snorted as he went up to examine his Pokemon. "What do you think?" he asked smugly. "You look great," Ash said. "It's going to be fun battling with you." He pulled out his Pokédex and scanned the Pokemon. "Zoroark, the Illusion Fox Pokemon, and the evolved form of Zoroa. Bonds between these Pokemon are very strong. It protects the safety of its pack by tricking its opponents. Upon evolution, Zoroark learned the moves Night Daze, Nasty Plot, and Dark Pulse." Ash gave out an appreciative whistle. Zoroark smirked. Ash returned him and went to eat lunch.